Hello and happy Monday. I hope you guys are doing well. I got it right on the first try. Yay, me. I hope you guys are doing well on this fine Monday. It is June 9th. Okay, we are getting into summer. I appreciate you being here and joining today. And today, we're going to talk about theme cruising. And there are some theme cruises out there that are a little weird. And then there's some that we may be interested in. So let's have the conversation. Let's talk about it. Let's see who is in the chat. First and foremost, I want to say welcome into Kathy B. Hello, Kathy B. Thank you for being here and thank you for being a super supporter of Parker's on the Go. And Two Parkers, One World. We appreciate you guys so much, and you and Bruce so much, and thank you for being a part of the Parker fam. We also have Cassandra. Is it McCoy? Yes, McCoy. Sorry, my eyes are a little bad this morning. Cassandra McCoy, how are you? Thank you for being here. Happy Monday. And Florida Cruisers are here. Hey, fam, how are you guys? Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you joining us today. And also, Makai Harris. Thank you for being here, Makai. I appreciate you. As y'all can see, my co-pilot seat is empty. And I always say we because I'm so used to having Brandon around. But Brandon is working today. So so it's just me. I always say us, but it's just me. And also, I am wearing my It's Cruise Day, Baby Let's Go shirt because I want it to be Cruise Day and it's not. So wish it into existence. Also, sit with C. Hey, fam, how are you? Thank you for popping in. I certainly appreciate you. And as always, we're live over on TikTok. So if you see me looking this way, it's because I'm just addressing the fam. But welcome in if you're on TikTok. Drop your questions or comments about cruising. Today we're talking about themed cruises, and just let us know what kind of cruises have you been on. And then we have Lady Yo. What is going on? How are you? Thank you for being here. Lady Yo says, hey, Parker's gonna go in chat. Glad to be able to catch another live. Normally, I'm never off on Mondays. Well, we appreciate you being here. And thank you so much for being also a great supporter of Parker's on the Go. We appreciate you. And Kevin is here. Hey, Kevin, how are you? Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you so much. Kevin is another super supporter. And Cassandra says, wonderful, thank you. Hey, no problem, fam. We want to make sure everybody's having a great start to their week. And then we have Charlene Phelps. Hey, from Indianapolis, Indiana. Well, thank you for being here, fam. We appreciate you. So today I thought we'd do something a little fun. I wanted to talk about themed cruises. And you know, there is a cruise for every single thing that you probably want to do. And just in the research, I know it's some that we may have heard of, and maybe there's some that you may not have heard of. But we always want to talk about the things that are fun, the things that are new, and the things that we might find a little weird. And what may be weird to me may not be weird to somebody else. So let's talk about it in the chat. Kevin says he's doing good. Glad to hear it, Kevin. Makai said, at least you don't have to dodge flying objects today. Who's dodging flying objects? Are you? Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I hope you make it out okay. And I'm doing well, Kevin. Thanks for being here. So today we're going to talk about themed cruises. Let me go ahead and share my screen. As always, you guys know I want to bring it up so you guys can see the visual of what I'm talking about. And yes, we are talking about themed cruises, and there's so many different kind of cruises out there. And guys, I just broke it down to the ones that I thought you guys may find interested, but oh my goodness, there's so many different types. And just like going over it and not realizing, we know we love cruising, we know we like doing our thing, but just the amount of money that people spend on themed cruises is kind of crazy. But it's not, because it's about what you love in fandom. Hey, Brenda Bell, how are you? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. So just to know, this is a $411 billion industry. Okay, just let me get a little piece. With 30 plus million passengers annually. That's how many different themed cruises there are out there, just because you don't ever know. Like every niche has a fandom, right? So there's so many different themes out there. So the cruise industry, of course, is growing, but 45% of that growth is themed cruises that has expanded since 2023. Uh, People are booking 6 months faster than what they usually. Some of these cruises sell out within a month or within a couple of weeks or days within posting that they're going to be a themed cruise. So it's also notable to notice that not only are they selling out quick, but they're selling out so fast, like within a couple of days. Hey, Kathy and Brian, thanks for being here. We appreciate you, fam. Cassandra said, I've been on one cruise this past April and we're booked on the celebrations for 11/26. I'm sad I've been missing out on the cruise. And you know what? You never know. You never know how much you're going to love it until you actually do it. Just stick your foot in the water, okay? Stick your foot in the water. So yes, now that you've been cruising, how excited are you to keep doing it? Kevin says, congratulations on the 1,000 subscribers on our new channel. And yes, guys, we hit 1,000 subscribers on Two Parkers, One World. We actually hit it yesterday. And shout out to Philly D's Travel Spree for being our 1,000th subscriber. I really think that was kind of strategic, but shout out to them for being our 1,000th subscriber. We're actually going to do a little something special for them for that. But you guys know how YouTube works. We got to make it stick. Okay. So we didn't want to say anything until we knew it was going to stick. And this morning we woke up to 1,024. So we're so excited for that. Let's see here. Kathy says, we would love a 70s Motown cruise. Nice. You know what? I would love that too, Kathy. I would love that too. Cassandra said, yes, you didn't know, did you, sis? You didn't know what you were missing out on. Makai said, I want to go on the Rock the Bells cruise, hip hop R&B. Yes. And it's so many that were out there. And I know some of these we may know, and some of them we just might not even thought about. But let's get into what type of cruises there are. Because let's be honest here, like, these theme cruises, as much as we want to go on them, as much as we want to do them, they're not cheap. But they're not cheap because of the type of cruises that they are and the type of draw that they have. So let's just even thinking about some of the cruises that we know about recently, and we'll talk about a little bit later, the Maxwell cruise. Look at all the people that were on that cruise as far as artists is concerned. And if you guys want to check out content from that, go look at My Cruising Family. They were on the Maxwell cruise this year, and they're putting out content right now about that cruise. And just look at the different artists that were on that cruise. You got to pay those folks, and then we got to keep you entertained, and then we got to keep you fed, and then we're having concerts. So these cruises are not cheap, but it's the fact that they're still selling out. Okay, they're still selling out. Welcome in, Moni to the T. Thank you for being here. Happy Monday. And Kat said, wow, that is so cool. Congratulations. Thank you, fam. We appreciate it. 20 days, y'all. 20 days, okay? And we'll get into that. Hey, Kenny, how are you? Thank you for being here. And what's going on, G? Yeet. I'll get it right one day. Thanks for being here. And Kevin said, I would also love a 70s Motown cruise. Me too, Kevin. Me too. I would, just because that's just my type of music, okay? So the most popular themed cruises are music festivals. Okay, so music festivals are super huge because some of us just, oh my gosh, like some of us just love the feeling of music. Music kind of runs our spirit and our soul, and that's for me. Like I'm very much a music person, and ignore that one night I put in the wrong thing. So yeah, I'm very much a music person, so I would love to do a music cruise. Also, Broadway cruises, okay? LGBTQ cruises are famous. And then now we're getting into TV themes. Like, I know when when Team Youth Travels and MH Family were on the Ovation last week, I think it was, the Shondaland cruise. They were on the same ship, Shondaland at Sea. I would have killed to be there, okay? I would have loved to have been there. So what are some of the weirdest themed cruises that I found that are out there? Welcome in, TLJ. Thanks for being here. First time catching you guys live. Love your content. Thank you so much, fam. We appreciate you. Come back anytime. Today is our Ship to Shore, and we're just talking about themed cruises. And every Monday we'll do something different, but this week we're talking about themed cruises. So some of the weirdest themed cruises that I found out there. Okay, we've talked about this on Parkers on the Go, Talk to Me Thursday before, but the Big Nude Cruise. The Big Nude Cruise is a huge thing that they do every single year, and it is hosted by Bare Necessities Tour. Bare Necessities, okay? And it's like, it is basically what it sounds like. Basically what it sounds like. It is a big nude boat. Everybody's naked. Now I know there are some areas that where they would have to actually be clothed, but for the most part, everybody's nude. Everybody's nude, so that is very interesting. The next one is a Star Trek cruise. Now, for some people, that may not be weird. It's basically cosplay on a cruise ship, and I can imagine the crew just seeing all these people walking around in these Star Trek uniforms and just kind of being like, this is my day, this is my life. But Star Trek cruise, they're on their 9th annual cruise, and it is a full immersive experience. So that's kind of interesting. Then they have Banana Land at Sea. And if you guys have not heard about this is the Savannah Bananas. And it's almost like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball. They have a cruise that they're doing, and basically it's like everything's yellow. And they're becoming more popular. I'm even seeing like a lot of them, their stuff on like TikTok and all that stuff, but they play real games, but they have like performances and skits throughout the games, and it's pretty interesting to see. But yes, they have a cruise as well as a true crime cruise. And I see MH Family pop in. They said, "Oh, I love the true." Me too. We love true crime podcasts. We love so I would actually love to do that one. That one is in January of 2026 on the Norwegian Joy. And then another thing that we'll find is that Norwegian hosts a lot of these cruises. And I don't know if it's just because they're ship or the way that they contract them out. It's perfect for 6-man cruises. If you've never heard of 6-man cruises, those are basically that's basically the people that produce and put on these cruises. So 6-man cruise and Norwegian Cruise Line partner very well. And a lot of these cruises you will find on the Norwegian Cruise Line. Let's see here. Make sure I get to some of the comments before I get too deep. And also welcome in. I appreciate you popping in. Thank you so much, MH. And I'm doing great to hear Kenny. And then Cruising is here. Cruising said, "You ever been on Carnival?" Yes, we have. Multiple times. We have a full Carnival playlist, so go check us out. We've been on everything from the Conquest all the way up to the Celebration, so check us out. 70s Motown Cruise sounds good. It does. It sounds like a good time. It sounds like a good time. Together We Travel. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you, fam. And Alicia, thank you for being here. Hello. Travel Cake Trip says, on the cruise I just got off of, we had a Mrs. Roper romp. It was so much fun. Amazing NCL gym. Yeah. Yes, the Mrs. Roper romp, which is so like, that is becoming another thing that's super popular too, is people dressing up like Mrs. Roper. I would love it just because I get to put on the wig and the romper and be cool. So I think that was an excellent idea. And I saw your preview video, so go check out Travel Cake Trips. They did a preview video of that cruise, and it looked like fun. It looked like a good time. So, other crazy cruises, Golden Girls cruise. Okay, the Golden Girls. I would do that just because I love Golden Girls. Okay, I would definitely do the Golden Girls cruise. And then they have a elegant vampire masquerade ball. A vampire cruise. A knitting cruise, which is not weird, but it's very niche. Like, I can't see this being like a party cruise, but if you like knitting, hey. Conspiracy theory presentations. So conspiracy theory cruises, professional wrestling cruises, Chris Jericho cruise. I know when we first started cruising, Brandon really wanted to do a Chris Jericho cruise, and then he was like, I don't know. But yeah, so cruises just themed around wrestling is super huge. And also they're even like, I've been seeing based on whatever team you like. So like if you like the Green Bay Packers, you can have it. There's a cruise based around that. So it's amazing the different type of niches and cruises that they actually have. And most of the time, it's almost like a festival at sea, right? Festival at sea. Makai said, have you heard of Norwegian hosting the spicy cruises? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, we just talked about that on Talk to Me Thursday. I think it was a couple of weeks ago about there's a spicy group cruise. Yes. They have consensual playrooms. Oh, I know. That's interesting. That's interesting. Tom Joyner hosts a great cruise, very expensive. Tom Joyner has been hosting this cruise since I've been breathing. I think it feels like it seems like he started it and everybody jumped on this bandwagon of hosting group cruises, and it has been amazing. And yes, they are expensive, but we also got to think about Tom Joyner has been doing this forever and a day. He's almost a pioneer. People are almost guaranteed that they're going to have a good time, and the amount of entertainment and the people that he brings out on these cruises and the name that just draws it is unimaginable. And I know that you are already aware that if you go on that cruise, you're going to pay a pretty penny. People are already aware of that. Lady O said, I've been considering doing the Soul Train cruise. They have every year, but I have to plan that 4 years out. One ticket is almost right. And that's the thing, is because of the caliber of entertainment that they're bringing onto those cruise ships. You already know you're going to be paying for those cruises. You already know. Once we were on MSC and we were docked right next to the Norwegian ship, and we sat on the Lido deck and watched Rose Royce sing all the songs. Amazing. Oh, you got a free concert. Okay, free concert. We love it. We love it. So let's talk about the top cruise lines that actually host these cruises. So Norwegian, as we talked about before, Norwegian features the 6-man festivals. So that is their main bread and butter. Norwegian is one of the top cruise ships for the 6-man cruise. Then we have Royal, and they're starting to get into it. I looked on their website and they had 2 listed, but the one that they're famously known for is hosting the Super Legends cruise. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting. And just to see these different cruise lines starting to get into these themed cruises. I know they host like cruises and you can charter a ship, but just to see them host these themed cruises is kind of interesting. Then we have celebrity cruises, because they're known for their Golden Girls cruise and the Broadway themed cruise, which I think is perfectly placed on these 2 ships. I think this is perfectly placed on this ship. And then Virgin Voyages for the LGBTQ sailings. And they do most of those on any of the lady ships. So, and Virgin, I think, is very welcoming to everyone. So I can absolutely see that placement. Let's see here. The consensual playrooms consist of open space with a bunch of beds, chairs, and more. That's interesting, Makai. That is very interesting. Hey, whatever floats your boat, right? Yes to the free concert. And that's what we love. We love free. Yes, we do, Makai. We love free. Yes, we do. And Super Legends sounds interesting. Yeah, we'll get into the Super Legends. So some of these I've actually broken down and given you guys details and dates. So let's get into some of those. So the first one is the Gothic Vampire Cruise. If you like that, if that is your niche, as far as I go, it's Twilight. Okay, I don't get any deeper than that. I don't cosplay, but I do love me some good Twilight. Edward, Bella, Jacob, all that stuff. That's me. Okay. So that will set sail from New Orleans. Come on now with the placement. Okay, come on now with the placement. It was set sail from New Orleans on February 16th. It just happened of this year, and it was a 7-night cruise on a Norwegian getaway. So it says guests don vampire attire for masquerade balls throughout the journey. Gothic bands played, and vampire themed music was presented nightly. And a cruise deliberately departs from New Orleans, recognized as a supernatural epicenter of North America. The placement, the theming, okay. Would you cruise on this particular sailing? Like, how deep are you? How deep would you get? Like, this is pretty deep. So, how deep would you get? Is this something that you would consider doing? Kathy Brown was like, "No vampires here, honey. Not us. We don't do that over here." They said, "We got a good taste of the theme cruise and agree with Siobhan. They are the jam. They are." They are, like, I feel like it's definitely an interesting play, and it's something I definitely want to get into more. But honey, you got to be ready. You got to be ready. That's interesting. Let me go on this sailing with holy oil. Now you need some holy oil, okay? Alicia and Brandon both. A Sinners theme cruise? Yeah. I don't think it's Sinners theme because y'all know Sinners is different, okay? But this is very specific. Like, this is a very specific cruise. Like, where it ports from, the reason why it's porting from there, the actual way that these people are. I'm not messing with folks, okay? I'm not messing with folks. Like, I love y'all. I love everybody, but some things you don't play with, and I'm just not about to. But it sounds like a fun Halloween. It sounds like if it was Halloween themed, that would be fine. But this sounds like very strategically placed and intentional of what they're doing. So I'm no. They're gonna be drunk before they get on the boat. Fooling with New Orleans. Exactly. Lady said, nah, I'm good on this one. Me too, sis. Me too. They can keep that one. Kathy Bryan said, yes, bring some extra oil. Yes, and water. Bring it all, honey. Bring it all. So the next one we have is the meow cruise. Okay, this is for people who love cats. Okay, they got a cruise with everything. Margaritaville got a cruise where you can bring your dogs. Okay, you can actually bring them. Now, this one you can't bring your cats on the ship, but it is for people who love cats. And this is going to be October 17th through the 25th of this year on a Carnival Horizon. If you're interested, it is 8 days of kitty themed festivities. Okay, kitty themed festivities. So you got a meow meet and greet with fellow cat enthusiasts. You got feline focused trivia, competitions, and scavenger hunts. And then you got group dining events with matching cat themed t-shirts. Okay, with the cats. I think that would be cute, but I couldn't do it for 8 days. I could not do it for 8 days. Like, it's cute, but I could not do it for 8 days. Makai said, this is cute, but no to the meows, okay? Kathy said, wow. And here for the pups. Me too, Alicia. I'm here for the pups. Now, Margaritaville and the dog theme one is interesting enough. Because I always wondered too, because the people that may have allergies after these, like, how do you handle the cleaning of these ships? Because they turn over these staterooms so fast. The cat one, I understand because the cats aren't going to be there. But the dog one, how are we going to turn this over here? You know, how are we going to turn this over? So it's very, very interesting. Yes, it is, Kathy. So the next one, y'all know, let's get into it. Festival at Sea. All I've been hearing lately is Festival at Sea. We got to be there. And that is a For Us By Us cruise. Okay. It is hosted by Blue World Travels. And it is a iconic festival at sea. Okay. And it stands as a premier African American cruise experience. Okay. This cruise sells out almost instantly every single year. And it says that with over 30 years of specialized expertise in Black travel experiences, Blue World Travel has perfected the formula of cultural celebrations at sea. I love it. I love it. I love it. So they have not started booking the one for this year, but next year for 2026, but 2025 sold out. Okay. 2026 bookings will open soon. The 2025 bookings sold out within months. They do have culturally immersive programming and celebrating Black heritage and music and the community. And it does have a Caribbean itinerary. So this is a very, very popular one. And I really think it is, I think this is one that I may shoot for. And once again, these are very expensive. So you really got to start saving up early for these. I know the group merchandise is going to be be cute and be cute. I know it is too, though, right? Because with the cats, you know it's going to be cute. You and Brandon need to go on the meow meow cruise. No, we ain't doing that one. We might go on the pub. I don't know. Brandon like cats, so I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I like cat. I like all animals, but dogs have my heart. That sounds like a great group cruise. It does. But it's almost like it's a cruise all on its own. So it's definitely like something that we will have to plan to do. But it does sound like a great group cruise. That sounds like a big family reunion. What's going on, Jaretha? How are you over there in Greece, sis? Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you being here today. Take some time out of your lovely vacation. Thank you so much. So the next one is the Smooth Jazz Cruise. Okay, and they call this the greatest party at sea. This cruise has been hosted since 2024, and it is just what it sounds. It is a jazz-based cruise, and it's the one for this year was in February, so it's already sailed, but it was completely sold out with over 2,500 people on the wait list. Hear what I say? Not on the ship, on the wait list. It was 2,500 people on the wait list. Travel Cake Trip says, so we should be looking at 2027 for thing cruise. Yes, because let's be real. If they've already happened and 2026 is already open for sale, it's probably a wait list situation for most of these cruises. Because some of these people have been doing these cruises for a while. So it's probably a wait list for most of these cruises. So yeah, you definitely would have to look at it. So this was on the Celebrity Summit, which was our favorite celebrity ship. Absolutely love our first celebrity ship. Absolutely love the summit. It was a great introduction for a celebrity, and I think it was perfect. It would be perfect for something like this. They said this cruise has been running since 2004, and has earned the title of the greatest party at sea. Stars and cruise Marcus Miller, Bonnie James, Jeffrey Osborne. Y'all know I love me some Jeffrey Osborne. Okay. And Brian Culbertson. I'm an old head, y'all. I was such old head. I love Jeffrey Osborne. Good here, Jaretha. Thank you for popping in again. Brian would love it. I would love it too. I think it would be really cool. I would love to take a themed cruise. However, based on the price, I think rather take multiple cruises. If I would go, it would be the Smooth Jazz Cruise. Nice. Yes. And you would definitely have to do, because of the pricing, definitely multiple cruises would have to be the way to go. Hey, Miss Evelyn, how are you? Thank you for popping in this afternoon. We appreciate you joining us. And Kathy said she was talking about the jazz cruise. So yeah, this is definitely I could see this because I really do like that smooth, calm, like that smooth music that kind of calms the spirit a little bit. Because as y'all can see, I'm kind of hyper and I might have ADHD, but I'm very overactive and I love to have fun and smile and giggle. So I think sometime maybe a smooth cruise, that might be a good idea. Kat said, oh yes, Jeffrey Osborne. Okay, I like me some Jeffrey. I love some Jeffrey. So the next one is going to be the Soul Train Cruise. So the Soul Train Cruise actually has 2 dates and both of them are already sold out. I know. 2 dates and both of them are already sold out. So the first one is November 9th through the 16th of this year. And the next one is February 1st through the 8th of next year. They're both on the Holland American Eurodam. Now, how Soul Train and Holland America got in the same place, I don't know. But I can see Holland American trying to reach out to a different, broader appeal and maybe offering a better price point than maybe some other cruise lines to bring this on, or maybe they just want that experience of Holland America, okay? But I think it's very interesting that the Soul Train Cruise is going to be on Holland America. Not saying anything against Holland America, but I'm just saying. The 2026 sailing features Kool and the Gang, Morris Day and the Time, Denise Williams, and the Sugar Hill Gang. I would be on that. Okay, y'all ain't hear me. Y'all act like y'all ain't heard what I said. Kool and the Gang, Morris Day and the Time, Denise Williams, and the Sugar Hill Gang on the Soul Train Cruise. Sold out 2 dates. Holland America. Crazy. Oh. Travel K Trip said the Soul Train. Yes. What's going on, Kev? Thanks for being here. He said, I heard a jazz cruise. Yes. It's very, very popular. It's kind of one of the standards for group cruises. And thank you for being here, fam. We appreciate it. Where does the Soul Train cruise leave from? Just curious, never heard of Holland, America. Okay, so it is sailing from, let me see. I'm gonna have to look that one back up because I had it pulled up. Let me look it up for you real quick. So it is sailing from Fort Lauderdale and it's going to San Juan, St. Thomas, Half Moon Cay. And that's for November, and the February one is from Fort Lauderdale again. So Holland American does cruise out of Fort Lauderdale a lot. The only cats I see on the cruise in the theater play Cats. Okay, because I was forgive me. Okay, forgive me. I don't like Cats to play. I don't know why. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. And I love theater. I love Broadway. I just don't like Cats. No, I am crying now. I want to go on this 2026 Soul Train cruise, and somebody got to have a ticket. Get on the wait list. So, let's see here. So let me share real quick. I'll share the site so you can see it. So both of them are sold out. Okay, so even in November, let's go in here and let's just see how much the wait list is. So we can already see why. Let's just say what it is. November. Charlie Wilson, the OJs, Jeffrey Osborne, the Spinners, War, Peebo Bryson, After 7, Last Night, the Manhattans, okay? Regina Bell, Rose Royce, Evelyn Champagne King. Come on, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Full Force? Come on. The lineup is crazy. So I can understand why this was sold out, and I can understand why it sold out so quickly. Now, since it's sold out, I'm definitely interested in seeing what the prices are. So let's see if we can tap in if it'll show it to us. So for a Pinnacle Suite, it was $10,355 per person. They have wait lists. Even for a single suite, interior stateroom is $3,820. Are we seeing the price in here? Yeah. It's for an interior. So it starts at in a single interior. Now, if you do a double occupancy, that's $2,400 per person. And then it just goes up from there. So even if you go double occupancy on the interior, it's really not that bad based on the list of people that's going to be there. Okay. Look at the list. And then it says, and more. And then also, these are your ports: San Juan, St. Thomas, Half Moon Cay. Okay. That eats already. And then they do offer options for payment plans. So it's cool that you can do this. Now the deposits are high. From $400 to $600 a person. The deposits are a little high, but I feel like that is just to kind of make sure that y'all don't go nowhere. Y'all put y'all money where your mouth is, okay? Because let's be real, especially on these type of cruises anyway, the turnover of like lost deposits is crazy. Some people they're excited, and then once they realize how much it's going to cost, they just back out of it. Why I created that whole the whole website I showed y'all last week. I'm putting finishing touches on it so you can kind of gauge how much your cruise is actually going to be. But if you put $600 down on something and it says all payments are non-refundable, you're going to see that through. You're not going to just give somebody $600. So yes, it's definitely something that you would have to plan for ahead of time. Kathy B said, nice lineup. Not absolutely. Kathy and Brian said, I know all the words to rappers, all of them, because that's like an 8-minute song. All the words. This is a great cruise. Absolutely. The lineup is awesome. Love the lineup. Wow, that is wild. But if you go on an interior, you're never going to be in the cruise. You're never going to be in your room. That's some things, just depending on like what ship it is. And I know I just want to be on that ship. That's the thing that you think about. You're never going to be in your cabin. I told you give me 4 years in advance for those Soul Train cruises. I got you, sis. I got you. And this is just 2.0. This is 2.0. Have you heard about the Rising Rhythm? This is a new one. Artists and speakers are one. Are on this one. Okay, no, I have not. Rising Rhythm. I'll have to add that to the list to look up. Rising Rhythm. Rise and Rhythm Cruise. Let's pull it up really quick. This is from Rose Tours, and as we know, Rose Tours actually did the Maxwell cruise, so we're kind of familiar with them. So Rise and Rhythm. Oh, okay, I did hear about this. I just didn't know the name of it. This is the one with like Tabitha Brown, Kirk Franklin, The Mans, and Kiara Shepherd, Leela James. Yeah, I've heard of this one. I absolutely did. I just didn't know the exact name for it. So we're looking at the pricing on this one again. This one, the pricing is not bad. It's not bad. Let's look at this, y'all. The pricing is not bad. This is per person. We pay this for regular cruises without all these people. I'm sharing. I'm not even sharing the screen. Y'all don't even see it. Here we go. An interior double occupancy, $999 a person, and this is for like a guaranteed interior. Then it goes from $999 a person to a suite for $4,649. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, so this one actually might be one that might be worth looking at. If you're interested, it might be worth looking at. Thank you for bringing that to our attention, TLJ. Vegas has lineups like that at the Orleans Love Affair in February, and will be cheaper. Yes, and that's the gospel version. Absolutely, that is the gospel version. Absolutely. So, I mean, we keep this in mind. What do they include? What's not included? Of course, your taxes and fees is saying it's $399 a person. Now, I think that's a little misleading. We know with the recent laws that you should probably go ahead and add in the price, the full price up here. So, but, for your taxes and fees, add on $400 per person. Now, they don't include like soda, alcoholic beverages, and then it says add on your VIP events later. So is this like an a la carte thing? Because if you're paying for this, I feel like all this stuff should already be included. But adding in, this is kind of a la carte. It's given a la carte. What's going on, Ronnie C? How are you? Thanks for being here. Kathy Bryant says not too bad, but then we start getting a little deeper into the details, okay? And then Alicia said, I can see Kirk taking over a cruise director job. Facts. I can see it too. He gonna run the whole show. Now, I do have payment plans available as well. So thank you for bringing this. I'll look into this a little bit deeper. But Rose Tour, as you can see at the bottom here, is the tour operator. And Rose Tour also did like the Maxwell cruise. So, and they have different ones as well, but they do a lot with Norwegian. So I kind of feel like Rose Tour is also going to be kind of fighting for that 6-man spot, if that makes sense. But this is one I'm not sure about. This need a roommate thing. We're not gonna do that. We either gonna go as singles or we're not going, because you don't know them folks. You don't know them folks, okay? So yeah, I would definitely go as single, or I would go. I will find my own roommate, but I will not. They will match you within 5 years of age. It's still not interesting to me at all. Okay, not interested to me at all. So let's see if we can get back to the presentation. Thank you for taking me down that walk, because I will I will go back and look at that later, because that is very interesting. It is very, very interesting that they offer that. Okay, so share this tab. Okay, so we're back. So this is the Soul Train cruise. I love the fact that you guys were so interested in that, and thank you for bringing that in, because I definitely like to do those deep dives and kind of look at the websites. So if there is one you want me to look at, let me know, and I'll pull it up so we can kind of look at it together and decide if that is something that you guys are interested in doing or want to do, because that's what we're here for, right? We're here for sharing information, and we definitely want to share information that you guys want to see. Welcome in, Regina. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Eric Brown says you got someone running a fake profile pretending to be you. You know what? I know, and I reported it, and they won't take it down. I've reported it multiple times. They will not take it down. Thank you, Eric. If you could send me the link to it or report it yourself, that would be great. That way I can know. But thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. So let's get into the next one. The Rock Boat, 25 years of floating rock and roll. If you are a rock and roll enthusiast, this is your jam. It's time for you. Time to celebrate. So this is the 25th annual anniversary of this cruise. It has been sailing for 25 years, and it has sailed with over 17,000 repeat cruisers. People love this cruise. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate you very much. Thank you so much. But yeah, definitely send me the link so I can check it out myself. She said helps when multiple people report. Okay, let me make sure it is mine, but thank you. And if it's not mine, I'll let you know. Okay. Let's see here. So yeah, this is the Rock and Roll Cruise, and like I said, this is something that happens every year. This year they're celebrating their 25th anniversary, and they're going to have a lot of performances on this one. So yeah, definitely check it out if you're into rock and roll music. This is your jam because multiple people go on this one. The next one is the HBCU Divine Nine Cruise. We love y'all. Okay, I love y'all. I love y'all. I didn't pledge. I didn't go to college. So for all of y'all who celebrate this life, I love this for you. I love that this is a thing. I love that y'all bring this to the seas because we already celebrating us as it is. This cruise is going to be on MLK weekend. So this is going to be January 15th through the 20th of 2026. So it's going to be during MLK weekend, and it's going to be celebrating the HBCUs and the Divine Nine. It features performances by Babyface, MC Light, plus a panel discussion and activities on HBCU traditions. And what makes this extra special is it's a major scholarship program for HBCU students. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Let me see if I can pull something up on this real quick so you guys can see, because the scholarship program in it is enough for me to absolutely love this idea. So this is the second annual one. And as you guys can see, first of all, I love y'all. I love when y'all stroll. I love all the good stuff. Okay. So this is the second annual cruise. And it is, like they said, networking opportunity, recreational activities, live entertainment, and y'all gonna turn up. And I love this. I absolutely love this. And I'm only saying y'all's because the HBCU factor. And I, like I said, I didn't go to college. I didn't pledge, but this is amazing for those who have. And I love the fact they're giving back to people who wanted to do so. So even like what Shay said, Shay was thinking about pledging, but because she's not at an HBCU, it's a little bit difficult for her. So it's all in what we can do to promote each other. So once again, they're going to have Babyface. They're going to have scholarships for academic funds, and then panel discussions. So the first one that happened was on going to Jamaica, 6-day cruise, March 9th through the 15th of this year. The next one, they had one in Jamaica, one in the Dominican Republic. So, and look at that. Y'all see the address? I guarantee you this got something to do with A&T. Greensboro, North Carolina. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, up the street fam. I'm going to have to see if I can find somebody and interview them. I really need to, I'm going to have to find somebody and interview them because that is very interesting. I love this for us, okay? I love this for us. C says, Cookie previously from Carnival hosted oh yeah, so could he actually host those? He's done it a couple of times, right? He's done it a couple of times. HBCU NSU. Say it, sis. Hey, Team Reese, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Makai Harris says, thanks for sharing. I'm interested in this since I am an HBCU grad. Congratulations. Congratulations. Love that for you. And I'm going to reach out and see if I can get somebody to come on and talk about this. I really am. I'm really going to get on. I'm gonna really see if I can get somebody to come on and talk about this. I am an HBCU Divine Nine member, and I never heard of this one. So it's fairly new. Like I said, this is only their second year. So I'm going to definitely reach out and see if I can bring somebody in. Shout out to y'all HBCUs. Facts. Shout out. Definitely host an interview. I'm going to reach out and see if I can grab somebody, because this is new to me, and when I saw this, I definitely wanted to get more into it and why it was like put together. So hopefully I can get somebody, even if it's a recorded interview and I put it up for you guys. I would definitely want to bring somebody in on this. C said, yep, had to think of the name. It's called Shiprock. Yep. That's it. Okay, so we're gonna definitely look a little bit more into this and see what we can find out about this HBCU cruise, because we want to get that information to you guys, and I think it'll be interesting, especially for you guys who are part of the Divine Nine, to get in there and also help with the scholarship and fundraising. If you are an activist, this is something that, and you are somebody who's very passionate about HBCUs, this is something that will be perfect for you. So absolutely, we will love to learn more about it. I'm Away Waterways Black Heritage River Cruises for 2026. So Travel K Trip says that would be nice to hear a firsthand account on what they will be doing on this. I'm definitely going to reach out. What's going on, Liam? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I guess I'll have to rewatch since I missed most of this. How are you doing this morning? I'm doing well. Thank you so much, Liam. And of course, rewatch. We'll be here. Lady O said, my middle son was a Sigma and my baby girl is a Zeta. Yes, we definitely have some Divine Nine in my family too. So love it. So I found this one interesting because as a whole, we don't river cruise. And we're trying to expand the horizons of what we're doing here, right? We're trying to show them that we do a little bit of everything. So they was like, we're not going to wait for y'all to come to us. We're going to bring y'all to us, okay? We're not going to wait for y'all to come. We're going to bring us to y'all. So this is just basically a tour. Now, we know river tours are notoriously long. So you got to prepare yourself if you're going to do a river tour. They do have some 7-day ones, but they're very immersive. They're very cultural, and they very much... sometimes they can take a lot of your time. So if I say it wrong, please forgive me, because some of these places I have not ever heard of. Kawaza celebration theme, Rhine River Cruise. Imagine celebrating Kwanzaa while cruising through Europe in a Christmas market. I've always wanted to do a Christmas market cruise on the river. So this is absolutely beautiful. And I love that you can find like that Black heritage while doing so. They also have a Mekong River Cruise exploring Vietnam and Cambodia connections to Black history. Are you a history buff? Would this be something that you would actually love to do? Because I would actually love to do this. I would love to do this just because I'm already like a person who, when I go to a specific place, especially it's a place that I've never been on, I love taking tours and learning more about the places that I'm at. I'm not a history buff, but I like learning about the culture of where I am. Because you want to be respectful of people and their culture, right? You don't want to just show up and just go there and do all the touristy stuff. You want to learn about their lifestyle and the way that they live and their history. So for me, I would love to do this. And then to do it on I'm a Water, which is like a luxury premium brand. I think it's kind of dope. I think it's dope that they're doing this. This would be nice to hear a first-hand account. I think I already read that. My middle son. This would be nice to have on a Black-owned cruise line. We'll do a Liam. Find it for me, buddy. Cece, I just heard about these cultural cruises from Alma Waterways yesterday. Yes. It's very interesting that they're putting these programs into place, and especially right now, love this for them. Love this for them. Virginia said, yes, been eyeing these river cruises for a minute. Definitely on my list. And these are another river cruises sometimes are another ones that you like, okay, I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be a couple of years out, but I'm gonna do it. Okay. So this is on my list. So Regina, see, let me know, sis. Okay. And we've already talked about it, but we're gonna talk about it again. The Maxwell Black Summer Night Cruise. Now, as I mentioned before, I know our good friend Peter and Alan from My Cruising Family has a series going on right now about the Maxwell cruise that they took in February. The one for next year is on sale, and from what I understand, it is selling out quickly. This is another cruise that is full of stars, but also it's a little expensive. Okay, I looked into it myself. It is a little expensive, but this coming up years, we're looking at the Isley Brothers, Kim, Lucky Day, which if Shay would to hear that right now, Shay loves Lucky Day, and she would probably be on it. It's going to be on Norwegian Joy. They once again Rose Tours Norwegian is like a match made in heaven for them, and then it's going to Great Stirrup Cay, and then Amber Cove, Dominican Republic. So what should you do? You should always book early because previous ones have sold out quickly. Previous ones have sold out quickly. So let's look at this really quickly. I like bringing these up so we can see exactly what we're looking at as far as pricing is concerned. Because I want to be able to show you guys. I'm not going to just tell you. I want to actually be able to show you guys. So this is what we're looking at here. This is what we're looking at. This is a lineup. I have to tell Shay about this. I don't know what she's gonna do about it, but Lucky Day, she loves Lucky Day. I don't know who. I've never heard of Moonchild. If y'all know who Moonchild is, let me know because maybe I heard the song. I do know Elle Varner. I do, and I know Tweet. Okay, I know Kelly Price, and but I don't know who Moonchild is, or I actually don't know who PJ Morton is either. But yes, it. As the 2 sold out cruises, 2 is going to sell out. They are bringing it back again. Norwegian Joy, leaving from Miami, 5-night cruise, Great Stirrup Cay, Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, Amber Cove, Norwegian Joy, because the Joy has like the go-kart track and all that stuff. This is the locations. I'm assuming this is a picture from this year. Let me see if I can find Peter. Where I don't see Peter readily, but I'm sure she's in there. And then let's look at the prices. So an interior is double occupancy, $13.99. Now, also remember, we're going to go down and see what the taxes and gratuities are. Let's see here, because we got to look at that now, right? Since we saw on the last one. Yep, taxes and gratuities and $13.99 per person will be added to the cabin. All right, so we have that one starting at $13.99 per person for an interior, and it goes up to $4,899 for an aft-facing penthouse with large balcony. Aft-facing penthouse with large balcony. C said, I'm surprised I'm just hearing about them. You know, it is interesting, like the stuff that you just find out about, like just looking at something very specific. Now, I would like to speak to the manager about the Kwanzaa while selling through Europe statement, because who gonna be celebrating? Who gonna be celebrating? TJ, what's going on, TJ? Thanks for being here. TJ said, very nice lineup. Very nice lineup. She said, I don't know Moonchild, but love PJ Morton. Okay, what's a PJ Morton song? Because I just do not know. It's supposed to be Going Down the Nile. That's Paul Morton's. Oh, wait. Oh, Paul Morton, the one that passed? Is that his son? Okay. I know who Paul Morton is. Okay. Now we landed the plane. Okay, I know who Paul Morton is. Because it sounds like Brandon about to swipe his card for Shay. He won't. I mean, not saying that he won't, but he probably would. But I don't know. Is she? He said I said it right. Did y'all hear him? He said he won't. But let's just look at the lineup. Okay, so here we go. This is the lineup. Now I don't know if this is better, but Just in case you can hear me, Shay, Lucky Day is going to be on a cruise. Okay, well, tell her what I said. So this is our lineup. And Joelle Nicole Johnson. I don't know who that is either. So maybe I'm missing some things here on some people, but I know 90% of the folks. And then the concert information. Let's see. So I think we talked about this when we were talking about this on Peter's Live about them bringing out deck seats. So it's very interesting how they do these things about like how you can bring chairs and stuff on the ship. But these are your cabin categories. Forward facing penthouse with balcony. That's that one. Penthouse suite with balcony. That's nice. So Norwegian has notoriously nice cabins on their newer ships. Paul is still alive. Oh, I'm sorry. Who was it that passed? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. It wasn't Paul. Lord, Paul, I didn't mean to sing too grave early. My bad, Paul. Who was it that passed? Y'all know I'm old. I won't. It's like, yeah, he was like, I won't. Yes. So this is a Maxwell cruise. Let me get off of this. I'm over here putting people in their grave early and stuff. Let me get back to the presentation. He said Ammo Waterway Soul does have a now option. That's why I'm curious that they picked Europe. But Kwanzaa is a Black American made festival. The terms are Swahili. I don't know if the countries that speak Swahili have a river network for river cruising, but at least the Nile would be on the continent. Okay, sis, come through with it. All right, so let's see here. So we got Maxwell, as we can see what Maxwell has going on. Not bad prices, but you always got to count for those extras. Now we're going to get into Ubersoca, because I know that's y'all jam. I hear y'all saying, I want to go on an Ubersoca cruise. You know what? I do too. I do too. I do too. So let's look at it. If y'all got the time, do y'all got the time? Because I'll share it with y'all as long as y'all want me to be here. Let's see here. Share this tab. So this is the Ubersoca cruise, and it is November 15th through the 22nd. And this one is going to be on, it's a Caribbean Carnival Celebration cruise on a Norwegian Encore. It is going to Tortola, British Virgin Islands, Great Stirrup Cay, and St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. I love that lineup. Not bad. I love that lineup. So, because let's talk about it. 7-night cruise, food and drink inclusive, 60 events, 80 entertainers, non-stop soca parties, pre-party live concerts, theme parties. Okay, listen, comedy shows, pool parties. They not playing with y'all. Sports tournaments, health and wellness. I might have to mute, but I'll play it and mute it so y'all can see it. I don't want to get copywritten. Now, if I'm at dinner and I can still be partying a little bit, I'm with it. Okay, Ubersoca. That's a lot of people. Nice. Okay. So let's look at the prices for this. Let's see. Okay, so the pricing for Uber Studio. I love that. I love that they're naming them after this. Listen, get into it. Get into naming the cabin categories after your theme cruise. You ain't got to stick with the cruise line. Name it after your theme cruise. If you take it over the ship, baby, take over the ship. I love it. I love it. I love it. So the pricing is a little bit different. Now, I will say it looks like all the solo cabins, almost all the solo cabins are sold out. Okay. But you are going to pay that double occupancy if you do solo. So most of the interior cabins, so let's say sail away balcony, sold out. The next available one is a balcony, and I'm not even going to butcher the name because I cannot say it, and I'm not going to pretend like I can say it. But I love that they named it after like soca music and like the culture. Uber Suites, okay, love this. Pricing is not bad. Like C said, pricing is not bad, especially for everything that you're getting. And then they price it all the way out to 5 people, which, as you can see, there's not many cabins that have 5 people, but the ones that did sold out. I don't know if I can do that anyway, but maybe because they party around the clock, that you probably don't have to worry about everybody being in the cabin at the same time anyway. Depending on your vibe, you might not even be in that party. So, let's see here. Kathy Brown said, and now back to the presentation. That's right. Ubersoca pricing wasn't too bad, but I probably can't do this year. Yes, you could interview Jazz for that one. I know they have blogs. I know, yes, and they had the blogs from it, and they had the weird bathroom situation in the cabin, right? It was like the bathroom was kind of open to the cabin. I would like to talk to her about that. Absolutely. Thank you, Alicia. Gospel artist Norman Hutchinson. That's okay. Thank you, Cassandra. Thank you. Because I did get it confused. Thank you. Let's see. And make sure you guys hit the like button. I would appreciate it. Are my eyes seeing $350? $350, I think, was a deposit, Liam. And it includes an open bar. Come on with it. They want you to be ready when you come. They're not playing games with y'all. They said we giving y'all the drinks. And this is what we giving y'all. Okay. This is what we giving y'all. We giving y'all the drinks. I love that. Love that. Love that. Come on, all inclusive. Come on, all inclusive. They give you the drinks. So, Liam, let me go back because I want to make sure. I think it did say deposit starting as low as $350 per person. Let's see. See, this is what I'm talking about. If you're going to have an experience, have an experience. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Look at the parties. Look at the parties. Some cosplay parties. The Shades of Meldon day theme party. Okay. The punk rock party. Come with it. I love it. I love it. I love to see people get out of their element. All red, everything. White tea, Sharpie. Think that'd be cool. Creme de la creme. Night theme. Tropical temptation. They got some cool themes. Not the where I'm from day party. Rep your city. Okay. And then the Gothic jabs. Come on with it. I love this. I love this. This is a very well thought out detail cruise. Their interior wasn't bad though, Liam. It's like $3K. Rich and Jazzy vlogged this cruise, and it looked like lots of fun. It did. I saw that vlog. It looked like a great time. Party around the clock. Yeah, I think it was like, I think Rich and Jazz were saying that it was just like a continuous party. Yeah, you got to pack some energy for Ubersoca. Those people don't sleep. And they have there's some nice things. It's some nice things. You got to know when to sleep, Liam. You got to plan it out accordingly. You got to know when to sleep because you can't be, come on now. You can't be out all the time. So Ubersoca, that is another one. Let's get into the next one. We are talking about the Super Legends cruise, and this is what we were talking about earlier. Super Legends cruise. Super Legends is a mix of Latin music and R&B icons. So you got a mix of both. And one thing I will say that is I'm starting to see is the Isley Brothers. They on everybody's stuff. They on everybody's stuff. They don't care. Isley Brothers said, we get on the ship. This is our jam. This is what we want to do. So this is the website for the Super Legends Cruise. It is going to be September 12th through 15th of this year. So it's coming up really, really quick. Sorry. 1st through the 6th of, and then the 1st through the 6th of 2026. So they do have one this year. The one this year has the Isley brothers. More Standard Times, they were like, listen, come on for next year. If you want, this is another like Time Joiner type deal. Bringing in Charlie Wilson, Morris Day at a Times for next year. The Kool and the Gang, the OJs. Come on now, they bring back the old schools. So, and then they're mixing it with Latin musics, which I love. So, hey, get into it. It's different. It's different.
Ladies and gentlemen from all over the globe, yes, I'm talking to you and you. The Super Legends Cruise 2026, 5 nights to Cabo San Lucas is officially on sale. So what you gonna do? You gonna stay chilling on your couch, twiddling your thumbs? Or you gonna cruise down to Cabo San Lucas for the greatest Super Legends Cruise lineup ever? Come sail away with Hall of Fame royalty, our very special guest, Charlie Wilson, the mighty OJs, Morris Day and the Time, Kool and the Gang. I tell you, this lineup is super crazy local, and we're just getting started. We have Latin legends, Little Joy La Familia, Tierra, Malo, El Chicano, Norte Collective, and special guest, the Smoking Nephew Baby Bash, the Barcade, and a lighter shade of brown.
Baby
But
Bash
hold up, wait, we don't get caught slipping because this will sell out quick. Go to superlegendscruise.com. That's
okay. I'm interested. Okay, so let's see the experience. Not a 50-50 raffle. Come on, we ain't had a good 50-50 raffle in a long time. It's going to be on the Carnival Panorama. This is next year's. So you might still have time to play up. Oh, no. This year sold out, and the year before was sold out. So it looks like, no, it's sold out. We ain't got no chance. Okay, let's see here. Pricing. Let's look at the pricing because we want to see about the pricing. So, interior. I didn't say sold out, but I'm still able to pick a cabin. Oh, and then they let you add on their hoodies. I'm just adding it on just to see. All right, so an interior cabin for 2 people with gratuities and fees. And we get a hat. Let's get a hat for $34. It's $3,530. $3,530. What you think? Is that worth it? Is that worth it for the lineup? Maybe it's the first 2 days and then I'll crash. Okay, it's a good mix. I love the mix, Kathy and Brian. I always wanted to do a Tom Joyner cruise. Well, this is a Tom Joyner-esque cruise, okay? Panorama is a nice size ship. It's a chef's kiss. I think I like the choice. They are doing more and more because they are selling them out. And yes, the Isley brothers are on all of them. Every single one, TLJ. Nice. Old school legends would be cool. And I like that. I like that they are still able. I don't know if they want to be performing, but the fact that they're still able to find their people, I think it's dope. And, I'm one of the people. They found Baby Bash because, girl, where Baby Bash been? Y'all, where Baby Bash been? Because that is crazy. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and cancel that reservation. We're not booking that. But yes, let's get back into it. So the Isley brothers is gonna be it looks like they got something coming up on Royal Caribbean too. So I don't know. We're gonna check this out, look a little bit further than this. Now, if you like me a little more Broadway, you like a little more Broadway, you like a little more classic, baby. You just want to, you just want to throw your hat, jazz fingers. If you want to know folks like me, then the Broadway cruise is for you. Because I told you I love all kind of music. It don't stop just with R&B and hip hop. I love everything. And if you've been around me, Regina Davis knows, C knows, I sing everything. I don't care. And Broadway is one of my favorites. So the Broadway cruise the last sailing was earlier this year, March 31st through April 4th on a Norwegian gem. Now this one had Wayne Brady on it. It had Alex Brightman. It had Corey Cott. If you know any of these people from your Broadway, but I think Wayne Brady is going to be the main draw for most people. So if you are a Broadway enthusiast, this would be your cruise. I don't know when the next one is. It has not listed the next one. If there's going to be a next one, it should, because this is the third one. Now, in case it just didn't do what it was supposed to do. Well, this is the third one. So very interested to see what is coming up next. And then again, a recall of some of our weird themed cruises is Vampire Vacation Cruise. That is the one that happened in February. The Meow Mixer, the True Crime Cruise, the puzzle is a puzzle cruise. If you like puzzles, they got a cruise for you. Do you like puzzles? I might have to jump on in it. Super Legends is more popular than we thought. It is. It is. It's more popular than we thought. We need to start planning for 2027 ASAP for 2. Put it to the side. So when it's time to drop the deposits, you ready. Their price will be okay for 2. Got to start saving those pennies. They got a theme for everything. Everything. She said the Broadway cruise has to be on Royal. The Broadway cruise was on. Let me go back. The Broadway cruise on Norwegian Gem. Let's see here. You're right. Norwegian is racking up those groups because they gotta have an easy contract. And now that I saw that the Soul Train cruises on Holland, what their contract look like? What does their contract look like? As long as it's not on the Enchantment of the Seas. Say it again, Liam. Say it again, Liam, because no. Norwegian might start getting my money with these cruises. And that's the thing. That's why I wanted to do a deep dive in Norwegian, because they do host a lot of themed cruises, but people, even me, I will still admit, I don't know where I sit when it comes to Norwegian. We've done 2. I feel like we would have to do a 3rd just so I can figure it out, because one was really, really good and one was like, I ain't got to do this again. But Norwegian hosts so many of these themed cruises that is like, they got to be given something. Something's got to give. Don't nothing need to go on Enchantment. But we know what needs to go up there. We know who needs to go up there, but it ain't for everybody. Just saw advertisement for the ship that sails to Trinidad and parks in Carnival over the weekend, but for some reason I couldn't open up the prices. See, what's the name of that? Let me see if I can pull it up. Carnival Cruise. The Carnival Cruise. Now, of course, it's going to pull up Carnival Cruise Line. Let me see, from Trinidad to the Bay. Okay, Epic Cruise Experience, Trinidad Carnival. Okay. So it's booking now for February of next year. So let's see what's including. Unlimited drinks, unlimited food, room service, parties on the deck, island tours, exclusive events. Book for as low as $2,699 per person. You board in Puerto Rico, or you can board in Trinidad. So if you board in Puerto Rico, you get a 9-day experience. And if you board in Trinidad, you get a 5 to 6 day experience. Let's see, which one was bad when Jim or Jade or Jewel on Norwegian? It was Joy. It was Joy. Can't remember the company, late night scrolling, but it leaves from San Juan. Okay, so yeah, that one is 9 days. And then you have another one leaving from Trinidad. That's 5 or 6 days. That sounds right. Yep, purple logo. Okay, so let's see here.
We are about to cross the stage. We are epic.
Shut down this head. Shut down this head. So now we go. Shut down this head. 10,000 and we beat it.
We are here, we're getting ready to board the Epic Carnival Cruise. We're in Puerto Rico.
So throw your hands up in the air. Hands up in the air. Come throw your hands up in the air. Celebration.
All right, it's a long video. I will go through it, but it's a long video. But I would be exhausted. I would be exhausted because I would probably want to be to every party. It's almost giving Ubersoca vibes. It's almost giving Ubersoca vibes. Okay, so what's included? We saw what was included. So you get your cruise accommodation, unlimited food, deck parties, events, unlimited drinks. I love that they included drinks again. So this is almost like Ubersoca. It's almost like it's giving Ubersoca vibes. So Royal Caribbean staff included. Okay, so you get photographs. Huh. Oh, no, it says for a small fee. It says for a small fee. So don't get excited, Siobhan. They ain't give you everything. Let's talk about pricing if they were going to give it to us. So it's different itineraries. Like we said, it depends on where you board. You do get different itineraries, but look, they have a pool party, barbecue pool party, Casino Royale, love it, because I love a good casino. Some of the stuff they're still planning. Soca yoga? Huh. Curry on deck, karaoke. I would love to see karaoke on this ship. Okay. So I can see this being a nice little. Where is the pricing? See, I'm with you. What are pricing? Look now. Let's see what the pricing is. Okay, interior, $3,199 per person for the 9-day experience, and $2,500 per person for the 5 or 6 day experience. So that's the starting price. So ocean views for the 9-day, $3,500. Connecting ocean, $3,500, and so basically 36, and then 37 for a spacious ocean view, and then for ultra spacious ocean view is that's 39. They guys, I mean, it's per person. So, but everything's included. Everything's included. Let's see here. Okay, I said, just got off NCL Gym, had a blast. I saw your preview videos. You had a good time. Need to try another NCL ship. Gym has some good prices right now. Drinks included. Not drinks, everybody. It's the music for me, and that's what I'm talking about, friend. That's what I'm talking about. I'll be so tired because I'll be wanting to go to every party. Like I got to dance, and then I ain't gonna be able to move that day because my knees gonna be hurting. Oh no, thank you. Kathy, not for you? No, not for you. Okay, some good prices. If it's in another one you want me to pull up, I will. Just let me know. So the puzzle break cruise, the true crime cruise, and then the knitting and crafting cruise. So if you're interested in any of these, you still have time for the knitting cruise. It happens this fall. The puzzle break cruise already happened. The true crime cruise happens in January. The meow mixer happens in October, and then the vampire cruise already happened. So let's talk about who are these cruises for. So 65% of us, millennial and Gen Zs. I don't know what group I fall in, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Millennials, Gen X, Gen Zs. I'm an auntie at this point. So wherever I fall, 65% have been cruising on these group cruises since 2022. No problem, see, no problem. I appreciate it. I appreciate the suggestion. And it's expensive to stay in Trinidad at that time. So if you do it on a ship, you got your hotel right there. Let's see. Did you already cover the Big Easy cruise? I did not. I will pull that up. I'm chuckling at the knitting cruise being on celebrity, but does it fit? Gen X, thank you, because girl, I don't be knowing. Let me pull up the let's see, Big Easy cruise. Because we already know about Tom Joyner. I will pull him up if you want me to, but we already know about my good friend Tom. So this is a Big Easy cruise. It says, let the good times roll, baby. Let them roll at sea. I love it. So that is happening in January. Don't miss the boat. So Is Big Frida gonna be out there? I love Big Frida. So I'm not even gonna lie, I do not know some of these artists. But I still will be okay with it. Enjoy the music gumbo of performances, and it's going to be on Holland America. Holland America is surprising me. The Eurodam is a Eurodam the ship for theme cruises for Holland America. I need to pull because I keep trying to invite her, but I think she camera shy. My Holland America rep, I keep trying to pull her up, but she's really camera shy, so I'm still trying to talk her into it. But come on, Eurodam, and come on, Holland America. Come through. I love this. It does. That's why I'm chuckling. Let's see here. Thanks for showing us all these options. We have a lot to think about. I'm here for it. Love Big Frida. I do too, and I feel so bad for her that her part. I feel so bad. I think he goes by. I think he's interchangeable. So I don't want to, misgender or misrepresent people, but I think he's interchangeable. He said he goes by whatever you feel comfortable calling him. So Big Frida just lost his partner of many years. I feel so bad for him. He died of diabetes related complications. So I am definitely in mourning with him because I saw the relationship grow, especially when Big Frida had that TV show. I love that TV show. Frida is my person. I love Big Frida. Trombone Shorty is the only one who rings a bell. That's the only one who rings a bell for me too. Trombone Shorty. I don't see anybody else that rings a bell. Gregory Porter. I might have to see a face. Let's see here. I don't recognize anybody else, but let's get into it anyway. I guess it fits Holland. They have the BB King performance space on the ship. Makes sense. Makes so much sense. Okay, so let's talk about pricing. All right, so they already have some waiting lists for the Pinnacle Suite. That's on a waiting list. Interior cabins, except for 3 different categories, are on the waiting list. Prices aren't that bad. Even for a single interior, $3,700. I mean, we already know we're paying double occupancy, right? But even for an ocean view at $3,100 a person, I really don't think that's bad. We're looking at deposits anywhere between $400 and $600. So this is like the standard NCL. This is what we're going to do if you book NCL. Your deposit is going to be from here between this price and this price per person, depending on your category. And we're all going to fall in the same line. But remember, non-refundable, non-transferable payments. Your payments, once they're in. So you got to be ready. You got to be ready to go. Let's see. All passengers must carry. Let's look at it. Look at your details. All passengers must carry a valid passport book, which expires at least 10 months after the return date. 6 months after the return date, so a year. And if you have not, look at See It With C's short. I think it was a short she put out about if your passport book actually expire before it expires. See, you can definitely drop that in the link if you want to. If your passport book expires before it actually expires, check that out because it can expire before it actually expires, okay? Welcome in, Sig. How are you? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you popping in. And then C says, what do you all think is reasonable for a themed cruise? And what do you think? Thank you, C. Thank you for bringing that up. Moni said, I think Holland has the Dave Coe's cruise. I'm not familiar, so I'll have to look that one up as well. I'll pull it up. I think you're right, Moni. Know some folks who did one of his cruises, and it was on Holland. So Holland, it seems to be getting into a lot of these themed cruises. And I'm trying to see if they have more. I don't see it at the bottom because sometimes you can pull up everything that they have, but I don't see it at the bottom. I may be missing it. Okay. So this is an interesting cruise. Thank you for bringing this to my attention, TLJ. I appreciate that. And let's see what's included before we click off of this one. So all the musical performances, special events, themed pool parties, costume nights, and more. Your dinner services. There are additional specialty restaurants open for dining reservations. There is a nominal charge, so you will have to pay for the specialty restaurants and what is not included. So the specialty restaurants, your bottled beverages and alcohol beverages, onboard purchases, and onboard services like your excursion, spas, and all that stuff. So make sure that you are thinking about that as well. Okay, so Dave is a jazz artist. Okay, it's jazz. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're pulling this out for you. South America. Okay. Dave, Cause, and Friends at Sea, South America. And it is 8 nights, and it is March 22nd through the 30th of next year. São Paulo, Brazil. Okay, it says join the wait list, baby. So that means we already sold out. We already sold. Celebrity Equinox. Does this fit for y'all? Because Celebrity does a lot of jazz cruises, it looks like. Does this fit for y'all, Celebrity? Let's see. Stateroom pricing information. Inside stateroom, $2,450 per person. So with the port fees and taxes, it's $3,026.50 per person for inside stateroom. And then this is the concierge price. This is the veranda pricing, and they have a lot of different options for veranda. So it starts at $3,900, goes up to $4,700. Concierge, $5,200 to $5,500 per person. Then we got the aqua class, $5,700 to $5,900 per person. Suites is $6,800 to $11,500 per person, depending on the type of suite that you get. So very, very interested. So your deposit depends on the type of stateroom you get. $5,500 per person for an inside and $950 per person for a suite. So the deposit depends on your type of cabin. Okay, and C dropped her video. Please go check that out. Thank you for dropping that, C. I appreciate it. And if anybody does have access to my Cruising Family's blog about the Maxwell cruise, go ahead and drop that as well, because I want you guys to be able to experience these different levels, especially if you have information and you've cruised any of these cruises and you've blogged them. Go ahead and drop it in the chat. You never know who will be interested in seeing that content. I think $3,000 is probably the most. $4,000 is the one that I really want to go on and stretch. I'm definitely going to be in an interior every single time. On every single one of these cruises, I'm going to be in an interior. I have friends doing the Dead Cause cruise this week from Iceland. And listen, it's even the destinations. We're even talking about the destinations, because the destinations are, come on, Brazil. That's dope. I would love to do that. I would absolutely love to do that. Liam said $5,500 a person. I read that for you in my own thought, Liam. $5,500. Sorry, $5,900 per person. Crazy. I hope that suite comes with a nightly serenade by Dave himself. Right. $11,000 per person. Yeah, it better come with something. Thank you, C. You're amazing. Thank you. That was a My Cruising Family link above. Thank you so much. And yeah, if we're ever talking about something and I bring somebody up, and if you're a moderator, feel free to drop that information in the chat. Feel free. We're all about sharing the information and the love over here. If you have another one you want me to pull up and you still got time for me to pull it up, I'll be here. So you still got time for me to pull. I will definitely pull it up for you. So just let me know in the chat and we can discuss it. So what other niches are premium? We have listen, you're going to pay the premium. Beyonce. Now Beyonce ain't got no cruise, Leo. Beyonce in the cabin. Okay, yeah, Beyonce for that price, she better be in the cabin. So the fastest growing industry is the TV fandom industry. Why? because why not cosplay? If you think about this, all these comic book convention, cosplay conventions of different themed TV shows, if you put that on the high seas, you got a money maker. People are going to do it. So absolutely, the TV fandom ones are going to be a big money maker. And then you're high on board spending. Yes, you're going to spend more than $1,200 a person. Probably because you're going to want the experience. Okay, you're going to want the experience of everything that it has to offer. You're going to probably want all the extras, and you're going to be planning for all the extras. And also you're going to think about too, the prices, like we said before, are going to be a little bit different because we're paying for all these artists. We're paying for all these artists to be here, and you're having a concert of all these dream artists that you may love in one location, one huge concert ticket. And then you get to sleep at night. You may run across them on the ship. You may run across them at island. We were on the Joy, and we stopped in we were in I can't remember the port where I met Tank, and he was just walking around. I met Tank. Hey Tank, gotta take a picture. Sure, let's take a picture. Did I ever think I was gonna be taking a picture with Tank? No. But I saw him in port, and it was pretty cool. That's what we are paying. We are paying in August on a 9-day Mediterranean cruise. Come on, that's crazy. Like that's crazy. And then, but the thing is, like, you're getting the experience that you absolutely want. You're getting the experience you absolutely want, and you don't have to worry about driving, paying for hotels, worried about what you're going to eat. Everything is a one-stop shop. Why is this not an amazing experience for those who want to experience it? Why wouldn't you do it? If you know you can get everything you love in one stop, you can pay, get on the ship, be around people who love everything that you love, party the way you want to party, watch the concerts you want to watch, go sleep when you want to go sleep, wake up when you want to party some more. Why not do it? I would do it. I would absolutely do it. So what's coming up for this year? The Headbangers Boat Cruise is exactly what you think it is. It's a Headbangers Cruise. That's another one that's coming up for this year. Keeping the Blues Alive at Sea. That is happening. So the Headbangers Cruise, October 31st. Keeping the Blues Alive at Sea is September 15th through the 21st. Atlantis Events, Hong Kong to Singapore. They have a cruise going to Hong Kong, leaving from Hong Kong going to Singapore. That's November 16th. And then the Super Legends cruise, September 12th. So we do have some interesting cruises that are happening. So what's the key takeaway? We talked about it again. The premium pricing. You're talking about a niche. You're talking about higher investment. So it is premium pricing. You get to build a community. Most of the people, 72%, if they've gone on it and they loved it, they're going to book it again. They're going to do it again. And then the celebrity factor. You're going to see your favorite celebrity, and it's going to increase booking. Why are people putting these on? That's why. And then your social media impact. It's organic reach. People are going to sell it for you. You're really not going to have to say anything. People are going to sell it for you. The Headbangers Cruise. I don't think it was Nirvana and Smashing Pumpkins. Let me see. C said sounds loud. Headbangers Cruise. That is, let's see here. That is, I don't even recognize any of these names. I'm not even gonna act like I know. Lamb of God Productions. It just sounds like a bunch of holler. I ain't gonna lie to you, but to each his own. I'm not going to judge. Everybody love what they love, but they are getting tattoos on ship, looks like, which is kind of dope, virginish. Sounds loud. Yeah, this is a very niched cruise. So it's going to Cozumel. It leaves in 146 days. What's the pricing? $1,400 for 2 people in the interior. Pricing ain't bad. If it's something you're interested in, even a suite was only $3,800 a person. That's not bad. Not bad at all. All right. And then, So very interesting. I don't know if it's for me, but somebody likes it. Somebody likes it. And that is the end. Thank you guys for exploring these theme cruises with me. I love doing these fun topics, especially when we can talk about things that you may not have thought about or something that is completely different. If you want me to pull up another one before I end the stream, let me know. I will pull it up. But if you're interested in booking a cruise or you want me to look into a theme cruise for you, I will be more than glad to do so. I know some of them you have to book through a particular company, but I would be more than glad to look into the information and push it out for you. So let me know. You can always email us at parkersongo16@gmail.com. A little classic heavy metal isn't bad, like Led Zeppelin. No, it's not. I don't mind. I don't mind some of it. I'm not listening to all of it. This has really been an interesting ship to shore. So many great theme options. There is something for everyone. Go us. God's considering the Soul Train Cruise for 2027. Yes. The Soul Train Cruise for 2027. I think the only other one I did. What was the other one? That I didn't put in that I probably would have. Oh, this is what it was. I do want to show y'all this. Okay. Would you do this? Thank you, Moni. I'm going to show y'all this and then I'm getting off. Would you do this? Would you do a Hallmark cruise? A Hallmark Christmas cruise? Because y'all already know I love Christmas. You already know I love Christmas, okay? You already know I love it. November 6th through the 10th of 2025, so this year. It says the ship is full, but we may have room for you. Learn about it. I would do it. The Hallmark cruise. Thank you, Liam. I appreciate it. I love a good Hallmark movie. I love a good Christmas movie. So Christmas on the High Seas. Love it. So that is everything, y'all. Thank you so much. Once again, if you are interested in anything that I share with you guys today, reach out to me. If you have any questions, if you want to talk about next topics, reach out to me. I'll be more than glad to do so. I have a running list of topics that you guys have already suggested and things that you want to talk about. I am going through my list, so just let me know. And I'm going to reach out to the HBCU people. Hopefully we can get them on. And if it's anybody else that you want me to reach out to bring them on, let me know. And I'll try to see if I can bring them on and get that information. Leo said, nice ship to shore. See you on Talk to Me Thursday. Thank you. Liam out. Thanks, Leo. Liam out. Let's see here. Next year. You wouldn't do it, TLJ? I love Christmas. You don't love Christmas? I love Christmas. Leo said next year. All right, fam. So then again, thank you guys so much. I will see you guys next week for Ship to Shore and Thursday for Talk to Me Thursday. And until next time, Parker's out.